Hello grade 9 students, we are now through discussing about exponents and radicals. So this time, let us learn how to solve radical equations. So for the MELC, or the most essential learning competency, solves equations involving radical expressions. And for the learning objectives, number 1, identify the steps in solving equations involving radical expressions. Solves equations involving radical expressions. And identify the solution or solutions in solving equations involving radical expressions. Okay, let's try to recall how to square a binomial. So we have here a binomial x plus 3. What is its square? So for the first term, we have x, second term 3. So the rule is we're going to square the first term. So what is x squared? X squared. And then plus twice the product of the two terms. 2 times x times 3 is 6x. Plus square the last term, which is 3. 3 squared is 9. So therefore, quantity x plus 3 squared is x squared plus 6x plus 9. So that's how we square a binomial. Another, quantity 2x minus 5 squared. So first we square the first term, 2x for x squared, plus the product, plus twice the product of the two terms, 2x times 5 times 2, I mean negative 5. 2 times 2x times negative 5 is plus negative 20x, plus square the last term. Last term is negative 5. Negative 5 squared is positive 25. So 2x minus 5 quantity squared is 4x squared minus 20x plus 25. Okay, gets nyo? So, what are radical equations? These are equations with a variable in the radicand. Okay. So, examples. Square root of x plus 1 equals 0. O dapat may equals 0 dyan. Sorry for that. Dapat may equals 0. Number 2, square root of 2x minus 1 equals 0. Number 3, cube root of x plus 9 equals 2. Number 4, fourth root of x plus 4 okay, equals 0. Oh, may 0 yan ha. Let's see kung ma-edit natin. Okay, this is in picture form again. So number 1 and number 4 equate natin to 0 para radical equations, okay? So in solving radical equations, we can use the fact that if two numbers are equal, then their squares are equal. In symbols, if a equals to b, then a squared equals b squared. Okay? So that's the rule for in solving radical equations. We're going to square both sides of the equation so that example in number 2, we're going to square both sides of the equation so that we get rid of the radicals, so that we can be able to solve for x. In number 3, we're going to get the cube of both sides naman kasi cube root eh. So pag square root, we get the square of both sides. Pag cube root, we get the cube of both sides. Pag fourth root, we get the fourth power of both sides. Alright. Okay, these are the steps in solving radical equations. Number 1, arrange the equation where one term with radical is on one side of the equation. Square both sides of the radical equation. If x equals y, then x squared equals y squared. Combine like terms, then solve for the variable. If a radical remains, repeats steps 1 to 3. Okay. Yun. So number 4, pag may radical pa rin, repeat mo na naman yung step 1 until the radical will be gone. So, and from that, you can be able to solve for the missing variable x or y. And of course, the last step, check the solutions to the original equation. Let's have here now our first example. Square root of x equals 8. So first step, we're going to square both sides of the equation to simplify the rational equation. Okay, what's the value of x? Okay, since square root yan, we're going to square both sides. Pag cube root, we're going to get the cube of both sides. So, square root of x squared equals 8 squared. Then simplify 8 squared, which is 64. Square root of x squared is x. Yes. Square root of x times square root of x is square root of x squared. So, x. So, therefore, we have already solved the value of x, which is 64. Okay, yun na yung answer. Yes. Oh, yun yung rule. Cancel out the square and square root on the left side of the equation. And root of a raised to n is equal to a. So, since the index is 2 here, you can cancel it. So, that means it's equal to x. So, x 64, let's check. Write the original equation. Square root of x equals 8. Then substitute for x by 64 equals 8. What is the square root of 64? 8. Correct. So, pag equal dyan, sa parteng yan, therefore, 64 is the solution to radical equation. Another. Square root of x minus 2 equals 10. So, first step, we're going to add 2 to both sides of the equation. So, plus 2, plus 2. So, that will be cancelled out. That's 0. And 10 plus 2 equals 12. So, the new equation is square root of x equals 12. Or in short, you transpose minus 2 here to the right side of the equation. 10 plus 2 is 12. So from this equation, square root of x equals 12, we can now square both sides of the equation and cancel out the square and square root on the left side of the equation, because by the rule, nth root of a raised to n is a. So square root of x squared is x, and we square 12. 12 times 12 is 144. Therefore, the value of x is 144. Okay, nasolve na natin yung x. Last step, going to check or answer. Just write the original equation. Square root of x minus 2 equals 10. Then substitute x by 144. Square root of 144 is 12 minus 2, 10. 10 minus 10 equals 10. So therefore, correct. 144 is the solution of the given radical equation. Okay, more examples. How about this? Solve square root of a minus 5 equals negative 2. Okay, to get rid of the radicals, we're going to square both sides of the equation. Right? And by this radical rule, nth root of a raised to n is equals a. So, square root of a minus 5 squared is a minus 5. Then, if you square negative 2, that's positive 4. So, the new equation is a minus 5 equals 4. Then, add 5 to both sides of the equation. Cancel, cancel. 4 plus 5 is 9. Or simply, transpose minus 5 here to the right side. 4 plus 5 is 9. So, a is equal to 9. Okay, we've already solved the value of a, which is 9. So, last step, checking. Write the original equation. Square root of a minus 5 equals negative 2. Then, substitute. Substitute a by 9. 9 minus 5 is square root of 4. What is square root of 4? 2. Positive 2 equals negative 2. Yes. So since 2 is not equal to negative 2, then false. So the answer, there is no solution. Okay? There is no solution for this given example. Another one, square root of x plus 8 equals 3. First step, square both sides of the equation to remove the radical. And by the radical rule, nth root of a raised to n equals a. Then square root of x plus 8 squared is simply x plus 8. Then square 3, that's 9. So the new equation is x plus 8 equals 9. Transpose a to the right side. 9 minus 8 is 1. So therefore the answer is 1. Now let's check your answer by writing the original equation. Square root of x plus 8 equals 3. Substitute x by 1. 1 plus 8 is square root of 9. What is square root of 9? 3 equals 3. True. Therefore, the solution is 1. X equals 1 is the solution. Right? Another problem, number 3. Square root of x minus 3 equals 5. So, these are just easy equations. So, first step, we must transpose negative 3 here to the right side of the equation. So, 5 plus 3 is 8. So the new equation is square root of x equals 8. or you add 3 to both sides to isolate the variable on the left side of the equation. Cancel. 5 plus 3 equals 8. So from this equation, square root of x equals 8. Square both sides of the equation, and by the rule, nth root of a raised to n equals a. Square root of x squared is simply x, and square root of 8 is 64. So therefore, the value of x is 64. Now let's check. Write the original equation. Square root of x minus 3 equals 5. Substitute x by 64. Square root of 64 is 8 minus 3. 8 minus 3 is 5 plus 5. True. Therefore, the answer is x equals 64. It is the solution to the given radical equation. How about number 4? 12 is equal to square root of x over 12. So since meron radical, we square both sides of the equation to remove the radical sign. Square root of x over 12 squared is x over 12. If you square 12, that's 144. So how do we solve for x here? Just multiply both sides by 12. So 12 times 144 is 1,728. Yan. Tapos dito, 12x over 12 is x. Cancel natin yung 12. So therefore, x is 1,728. Now, let's check. Substitute x equals 1,728 in the equation. 12 equals square root of x over 12. So ayun, 12 is equal to square root of 1,728 over 12. 1,728 over 12 is what? 144. And square root of 144 is 12. 12 equals 12. Therefore, this is really the solution to the equation, radical equation 1,728. Okay, let's proceed to problem number 5. How about this? X plus 4 equals square root of x plus 10. So this is a radical equation. Let us solve for the value of x. So first step, we square both sides of the equation to remove the radical. So that square root of x plus 10 squared is x plus 10. By the rule, nth root of a raised to n equals a. Then let us square the binomial x plus 4 squared. Okay. From our review, how do we square a binomial x plus 4? First, square the first term, x squared, plus twice the product of the two terms, 2 times 4 times x, 8x, plus square the last term, 16. 4 times 4 is 16 equals x plus 10. So from here, let us combine like terms. Let's transpose x. X squared plus 8x minus 8. I should say x squared plus 8x minus x plus 16 minus 10. Transpose 10, minus 10. Transpose x, so minus x equals 0. Yun, so therefore, ang answer niya is x squared, 8x minus x, 7x. 16 minus 10 is 6. So the new equation is x squared plus 7x plus 6 equals 0, which is a quadratic equation. So let us solve for x here by factoring method. For the factors of 6, the sum is 7, 6 and 1. 6 times 1, 6, 7, 6 plus 1, 7. Now, solving by zero product property, x plus 6 equals 0, x plus 1 equals 0. Then solving for x equals negative 6 or x equals negative 1. So there are two values for x, negative 6 and negative 1. Let us check both of these values of x to the original equation. X plus 4 equals square root of x plus 10. Now, if x is negative 6, let's substitute. Negative 6 plus 4 equals negative 6 plus 10. Negative 1 plus 10. Negative 1 plus 10 equals square root of 4, which is wait. Sorry. Negative 6 plus 4 equals negative 6 plus 10. So nandito, negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2. Negative 6 plus 10 is 4. Negative 2 equals, is it equal to 2? Positive 2? False. So negative 6 cannot be an answer. How about negative 1? Negative 1 plus 4 equals negative 1 plus 10. Negative 1 plus 4 is 3. Negative 1 plus 10 square root of 9. Square root of 9 is 3. 3 equals 3. True. So therefore, the only solution is negative 1. And what do we call negative 6? It's called the extraneous root. Extraneous root or extraneous solution. Okay, since it produces a false statement. So it is an extraneous solution or extraneous root. Tawag doon, yung negative 6. So x equals negative 1 is the only solution. Alright? Okay, so that was number 5. Let's proceed to number 6. How about this? 1 plus square root of 2x plus 3 equals 6. So first, we transpose 1, so maging 5. So square root of 2x plus 3 equals 5. Then square both sides, so remove the radical. Square root of 2x plus 3 squared is 2x plus 3. So 5 squared is 25. Then from here, transpose 3 again. 25 minus 3 is 22. So 2x equals 22. Divide both sides by 2. X equals 11. So the value of x is 11. Now, for checking, let us substitute x by 11. 2 times 11, 22 plus 3 is 25. Square root of 25 is 5 plus 1, 6. 6 equals 6. So, correct. So, the original equation yields a true statement. 6 equals 6. Therefore, the solution is 11. X equals 11 is the solution for problem number 6. Next, for problem number 7, square root of 72 minus x equals x over 5. So, since both sides of the equation have radicals, so first step, we're going to square both sides of the equation to remove the radical. So, that square root of 72 minus x squared is 72 minus x. Square root of x over 5 is quantity squared is x over 5. And from this equation, to get rid of the denominator 5, we're going to multiply both sides of the equations by 5. 5 times 72, 360 minus 5x equals x over 5 times 5 is x. So, 360 minus 5x equals x. Then, transpose x, negative 5x minus x, transpose 360, negative 360. Negative 5x minus x is negative 6x equals negative 360. Divide both sides by negative 6. Cancel, x equals positive 60. So, that's the correct answer. Now, let's do the checking. Substitute 60 to the x in the original equation. So, 72 minus x or minus 60 is square root of 12. 60 divided by 5 is square root of 12. So, since equal yan, square root of 12 equals square root of 12. So, therefore, 60 is the solution to the given quadratic. The radical equation should be radical equation. Okay. Let's continue. That was problem number 7. Problem number 8. Cube root of x plus 2. Cube root of x squared plus 4 minus 2 equals 0. So, minus 2 is not included in the radical. So, and it involves a cube root in the radical. So, first, we're going to transpose negative 2 to the right side. So, it becomes positive 2 here. Cube root of x squared plus 4 equals 2. Then, from this equation, since cube root ang involved, we're going to get the cube of both sides of the equation. Cube both sides of the equation. So, cancel. Cube root of x squared plus 4 cube is x squared plus 4. 2 cube is 8. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. Yan. And from this equation, this is also for x. X squared plus 4 equals 8. Transpose 4. 8 minus 4 is 4. So, x squared equals 4. So, then after this, get the square root of both sides. Square root of x squared is x. Square root of 4 is positive, negative 2. So, therefore, there are two solutions. 2 and negative 2. Okay? Positive 2 and negative 2 are the solutions. Let's check if both the values of x can be the solution to the given equation. So, for checking, for positive 2, cube root of 2 squared plus 4 minus 2, is it equal to 0? Yes, cube root of 4 plus 4 minus 2. Cube root of 8 is cube root of 8 is 2 minus 2, 0 equals 0, correct. Pag negative 2 square is 4 plus 4 pa rin, minus 2. So, pareho silang 0 equals 0. So, tama. That's the answer. So, yun. So, the answer for problem 8 is positive, negative 2. These are the solution for the equation, radical equation, cube root of x squared plus 4 minus 2 equals 0. Let's proceed to problem number 9. Fourth root of 3x plus 6 equals negative 3. So, since it involves yung fourth root, we're going to raise both sides of the equation to the power of 4. So that fourth root of 3x plus 6 to the fourth power is 3x plus 6. Shortcut is you're going to cancel 4 here. Equals negative 3 to the fourth power is positive 81. Yes. So this is our new equation now. 3x plus 6 equals 81. 81 minus 6 is 75. So the 3x equals 75. From this equation, let's divide both sides by 3. Cancel. 75 divided by 3 is 25. So the value of x is 25. Right? Finish na. So let's do the checking, I should say. And then substitute the value of x, which is 25, in the original equation. Fourth root of 3x plus 6 equals negative 3. 3 times 25 is 75, plus 6, 81. What is the fourth root of 81? 3. Since 3 equals... Oh wait, negative 3. Negative 3 pala yun. Negative 3, is 3 equal to negative 3? Pwede rin, no? So, substituting 25 for x in the original equation yields a true statement, so the solution is correct. X equal to 25 is the solution. But 3 is not equal to negative 3. Dapat negative 3 to, no? So therefore, false ang solution natin dito dapat. So, 25 is not the solution. But if we're going to get the fourth root of 81, it can be positive or negative. So, pwede rin, diba? Kasi yung fourth root of 81 is either positive or negative. So, we might as well accept the solution 25 for problem number 9. Next, we proceed to problem number 10. Square root of 5x minus 2 equals square root of x plus 6. So, since both sides of the equation are radicals, so square both sides of the equation to remove the radical. Square root of 5x minus 2 square is 5x minus 2. Square root of x plus 6 square is x plus 6. From this equation, 5x minus x is 4x. Negative 2 minus 6 is negative 8. So we have 4x minus 8 equals 0. Transpose negative 8 here, so it becomes 4x equals 8. Then from 4x equals 8, divide both sides by 4. 8 divided by 4 is 2. Yun. So 2 is the solution. First, we need to check. Substitute x in the original equation. 10 minus 2. Square root of 8 equals 2 plus 8 square root of 8. Since square root of 8 is equal to square root of 8, conclusion 2 is the solution to the equation. How about problem number 11? 4 plus square root of negative 3k plus 10 equals k. First, we're going to rewrite the equation where the radical expression is on one side. So, transpose natin yung 4, magiging k minus 4. So, square root of negative 3k plus 10 equals k plus 4, k minus 4. Then, from here, let's square both sides of the equation. So, that square root of negative 3k plus 10 becomes negative 3k plus 10. And k minus 4 squared is k squared minus 8k plus 16. Then, from here, we're going to transpose 3k. So, k squared minus 8k plus 3k, 16 minus 10. Negative 8k plus 3k, negative 5k, 16 minus 10 is 6. So, this is now a quadratic equation. By factoring, we have what are the factors of 6? The sum is negative 5, negative 2, negative 3. Negative 2 plus negative 3, negative 5, negative 2 times negative 3, 6. Solving for x, we have 2 and 3. So, k equals 2, k equals 3. Yan. So, after that, let's solve. There are two values for k. 2 and 3, positive 2 and 3. So, for 2, let's substitute. Negative 3 times 2, negative 6 plus 10, 4. 4 plus 2, 6 equal... Wait, 6... Is 6 equal to 2? No, no. How about 3? Negative 9 plus 10, 1. 4 plus 1, 5. O nga no, wala. Since the statements are false, the equation has no solution. Wala palang solution to. Bakit kaya? Baka may kamali tayo dito. Wala ba? Negative 3k plus 10k. K squared minus 8k plus 16. Tama naman. K squared minus 8k plus 3k negative 5k. Correct. 16 minus 10, 6. Tama yung solution natin. Tama yung solution. But since yun, negative 6 plus 10 for 2. 1, 4 plus 1. Yun, talagang wala. So, since the statements are false, the equation has no solution. Next, we have also problem number 12. Square root of 4b plus 8 equals b plus 3. So, square both sides of the equation to remove the radical sign. Find the square of the right side of the equation. So, square root of 4b plus 8 squared is 4b plus 8. b plus 3 quantity squared is b squared plus 6b plus 9. Then transpose 4b, b squared plus 6b minus 4b plus 9 minus 8 equals 0. 6b minus 4b, 2b. 9 minus 8 is 1. So, solving for v here is, it's negative 1. Yes, negative 1. Both solutions for v is negative 1. So, equal yung solution niya. So, let us check. Substitute b by negative 1. Negative 4 plus 8 is 4. Square root of 4 is 2. Negative 1 plus 3 is 2. 2 equals 2. Therefore, negative 1 is the solution to the given radical equation. We have also here problem number 13. Cube root of 3x plus 9 equals cube root of 6x plus 15. Okay, cube both sides of the equation to remove the radical. Yes, cancel. So 3x plus 9, cube root of 6x plus 15 cube. 6x plus 15, you can now solve for x. 3x minus 6x equals 15 minus 9. Negative 3x equals 6, divide both sides by negative 3, cancel. X equals negative 2. Okay, we can now substitute the value of x in the original equation by negative 2. So we have here negative 6 plus 9, cube root of 3. Negative 12 plus 15, cube root of 3 equal. Therefore, negative 2 is the solution. So let's now proceed to exercises. So direction, match column A with column B. So for column A, 2 square root of x minus 7 minus 6 equals 12. What's your answer? What will we do here? Addition property of equality, square both sides. Subtraction property of equality, given, take the square root, or division property of equality. So the answer is D, given. Yan yung given. Next, for number 2, 2 square root of x minus 7 equals 18. What did we do there to get 18? A, addition property of equality, meaning you add both sides by 6 for number 2. For number 3, square root of x minus 7 equals 9. What did we do here? Bakit naging 9 yan? E, F, division property of equality, meaning you divide both sides by 2. And from here, we square both sides. B, square both sides, and from here, number 5, x minus 7 equals 81, take the square root, and for number 6, x equals 88, subtraction property of equality, 81, okay, plus 7 is 88, alright, and for this, we have matching type again. For number 1, 6 square root of 7 minus 2, what is the value of v? Okay, square both sides. b minus 2 equals 36. 36 plus 2, 38. So D. Tama. Ito naman, if you square both sides, 9z equals 81 times 81. Yun. Divided by 9, b. 729. Number 3, square both sides. 1 minus 9, negative 8. So negative 8 yung answer. So number 3. So number 3 is C. Right? Number 4. We can still divide this by 2. By 10, both sides. 60 divided by 10 is 6. Then square both sides, 9m. 9m equals 36. 36 divided by 9. Answer 4. E. And you have here 100 equals m over 10. 100 times 10. 1,000. So, for number 5, A ang answer. Next, directions of the following equations. Radical equations. So, meron ng answer dito for number 4, negative 2. Yes, get the cube root of both sides. So, 3a minus 6a, negative 3a, 15 minus 9, 6, negative 2. Tama. Ito naman, 16 divided by 4 is 4. Square both sides. 5m minus 20 equals 16. 16 plus 20, 36 over 5 or 7.2. Let's start with number 1. What's your answer? 79. Get the raise both sides to the fourth power. So n plus 2 is equal to 81 minus 2, 79. Ganon din dito. I'll get the fourth root of both sides. Okay, what's the fourth root of 10? Okay, 256 divided by 2, so 123. And number 3, the answer is 4. Let's check. 4 minus 3 is 1. Square root of 1 is 1. So 1 plus 2 is 3. Square root of 4 is 2. So 1 plus 2 equals 3. Tama. Okay. Ano pa ba? So thank you very much for listening. Okay. That is how we'll solve radical equations. Square both sides of the equation, solve for x, and lastly, you must check your solution. Goodbye and see you again next time.